Dave, your thoughts on Koskinen bouncing back tonight?
He made some real timely saves for us. You know, they threw a lot of pucks at the net there in the third period. He made a couple of real key saves at the right time to preserve the 2 points for us.
You needed some other guys I mean, it was a quiet night for Connor and Leon. They weren't rewarded on their chances. Just what you saw to Kara and for the second consecutive game along, obviously, with Archibald and Ennis.
Yeah, they've been real strong. You know, just playing a real simple, direct game. They're hard on pucks, and you know, they got a couple big goals for us tonight, and that's I mean, along with our D, but they played two real strong games, and you know, Ottawa, you got to give them credit. They worked hard. They really tried to take Connor and Leon's line out of the game, so it's great to see another line step up and have a strong game for us.
Tony Brouwer, Oilers TV.
Hey Dave, despite being heavily outshot, you guys come out with the win tonight. How do you evaluate tonight's game?
I think they pushed hard in the third. You know, there's some plays that we could have made better decisions on, just a little more poised with the puck. But that being said, you're coming in, we said all along, the second game after you win the first one is the hardest to win. The team's going to push hard and try to avenge their loss. So I like the way we hung around. We scored timely goals, we got timely saves, and we found a way to get the 2 points.
And speaking of those timely goals, all of them come from defensemen. You guys are now tied for the league lead in getting goals from the defensemen. Can you talk about how significant that is?
Well, you're looking for balanced scoring all the way through, and obviously Connor and Leon take a big chunk of it, but we can have secondary scoring, whether it's the other two lines or from our D. That's a huge help, and you'll see, I mean, that's the tail of the tape tonight is our defense come through and get big goals for us, and we found a way to win.
Ryan Rashog, TSN.
Dave, can you just give us a bigger picture thought on where you feel the overall game is right now? You've piled some wins up and got some much needed points, but how you as the coach feel about the different facets of it?
There's some parts that are really good. I mean, but then there's some other parts that we got to continue to improve. We're not a finished product by any stretch, but we're moving the right direction. So we keep getting some points. That's what it's all about right now. We got to keep ourselves in the game.
Care to elaborate on sort of some of the areas that you want to keep pushing the needle forward?
No, there's lots of areas. We'll keep that internal.
Jim Matheson, Post Media.
Dave, Darnell Nurse got 5 goals already in 15 games. He had 5 in 71 last year. Is it one of those cases where he's just up on the play more, or does he have that sort of offense in him to be a goalie, a defenseman that maybe scores 15 or something like that, like a lot of offensive defensemen do?
Well, he's taken some more minutes this year just because of Clefbaum being out, getting some more opportunity there. But I like what he's doing. He's smart about when he's jumping in, and he's capitalizing on some shots. And some nights he gets fortunate, like the one tonight. We got a fortunate it got through the goalie, but then there's been other nights where he's made really good shots and got on the board. So credit to him. He's trying to add from the back, and he's being successful right now.
What was the problem with the Zamboni after the first period?
I think it blew a radiator or something, they said. I don't know. Just radiator fluid all over the ice, and a good thing they got it off before it melted too much of it.
Good. Thank you.
Derek Van Diest, Post Media.
Hi, Dave. Just wanted to ask you about beating a team 4 times, regardless of where each team is in the standings. How tough is that to do, to beat a team 4 times in a row?
Well, you're going to play teams 9 and 10 times, so you hope you can get points. I mean, and like I just talked about, that second game of a 2-game set is the hardest one to win because you know that they're going to come back hard. So, we're just taking it game by game, but we know we're going to play teams a lot of times, and it doesn't matter who you're playing. You got to try to find your points. So, we've been fortunate. We caught Ottawa when they were down a little bit when we were out in Edmonton, but in the last 2 games they played real well. So we feel fortunate to get wins out of here.
And is there an onus to win these games in regulation? You don't want 3-point games because they're all divisional games this year?
Well, I don't think we would mind 3-point games, but every other team in the division that's watching it, nobody else wants 3-point games. So, we'll take the points however we can get them. But when you're watching these games at night, you're hoping that they're decided with 2 points only for sure.